Hello, hello, hello again from my house to your house. Now, it's a very serious episode today. Need to put a very serious face on. Al and I have been having a little chat, haven't we? And Al has been a little bit naughty with various items of food over the last few weeks. And so he has decided and I've decided that he's going to take charge and be a bit more serious today. So put on your serious faces. What does everybody need to do, Al? Right, so everybody, you need to have a piece of paper and some kind of pencil or pen or whatever. So you might need to pause us in a weird position and go and get something that you can write on, okay? So, welcome back if you went to go and get something. And Al has devised a quiz for you, okay? First of all, you have to look around all the things that are around us. So, Al, what are we looking at? All the things around. Okay, even in weird places. There's lots of things that you can see in your screen that are behind me and behind Al, all sorts of bits and bobs. See if you can see all the things that we have been using over the last 5 weeks. Is that right? Yes. Okay, so can you write down as many of those things as you can see? Okay, so even example could be my cello, because we did use my cello, yeah? Okay, but there's lots of other things all around me. See how many you can spot, okay? You can pause this at any time so you can fill in all your bits and bobs. Now, are we going to, yes? Yes, Al's got some music to make it a bit more exciting. So we're gonna press the music. Shall I press it? Yep, okay. And then I'm gonna whoosh and read out loads of questions for you. And then I want you to write down the answers. So you might need to pause me while you write the answers down, all right? Are you okay? Are you ready? Yes. Whoops, I think my hair is hitting the thing. Are you ready? Here we go. Okay, question number 1 is based on the first Tunes with Mrs. Thomas, which was a while ago. So if you haven't watched it, you might need to watch it or watch it again. Question number 1, I'm going to read out for you. What is the word that describes a pattern of musical notes? There is one of these patterns in this space, and the word begins with the letter R. Write it down if you think you know what it is. Question number 2, can you draw a crotchet? Can you draw a crotchet? There is one, I'll give you a clue, somewhere around me. Yep, so can you draw a crotchet and a crotchet rest? Give yourself lots of time, pause me, pause Al, we will wait obviously when we're paused, and then go on to the next question. But the next question is, number 3, how long does a crotchet last? So it could be for, let's give you 3 possible options. Does it last for 1 beat, or 2 beats, or 3 beats? How long does a crotchet last? Those were all questions on Mrs. Thomas's Tunes number 1. These are now questions on Mrs. Thomas's Tunes number 2. All right, they are what are these notes? Can you point out? What are these notes called? Big clue in the pot behind me, which I've just dropped before I filmed. Okay, what are those notes called, please? Ooh, I'm a bit scared. The music's getting faster and faster, Al. How long does each of these beats last? I'll give you a question. Either 1 beat, half a beat, or 3 beats. Gosh, it's a bit fast, Al. Question, I feel like I have to talk really fast. Question number 3, Al. I think the music's going to run out in a minute. Question number 3 is, what did I sew onto Al's... Quick, hide it. Onto Al's wings. What did I sew onto Al's wings to make him clap? Can you remember what did I sew onto his wings? He's actually already got one still on. Cool. That music was quite scary, Al, but you didn't make enough. Well, we could play it again, I suppose. Should we play it again? Okay. All right, here we go. So that was questions on Tunes with Mrs. Thomas number 1 and Tunes with Mrs. Thomas number 2. Now, if you write all these answers down in a great big long list, and you want to send them in to school, you can do it via your class teacher, or put it through the door if you're going on a walk and you live near to school, okay? Or just write them down and keep them for ages and ages until I see you again, okay? So here we go. I'm going to actually put these questions as well on the website, so you could always have a look again if you want to. So are you ready? Should we start the music again? Okay, here we go. Are you ready? These are questions on Tunes with Mrs. Thomas, number 3. So if you haven't watched it, why not? Go back, have a look, and you'll find the answers to all the questions. But lots of the answers are around this room. So, Mrs. Thomas, number 3. There's a little clue somewhere for this question. Here we go. Who did Al dress up as? If you're really clever, you could get 2 different characters, okay? Who did he dress up as? Next question. This is all in Tuesday, number 3. What is the musical word for loud? Can you remember? There's a bit of a clue somewhere behind me. What's the musical word for loud? And then the next question, which is the 3rd question of Tuesday number 3. What is the musical name for really quiet? Okay, see if you can remember, or if you just remember the letter. Big clue behind me, okay? Then answers on Tunes with Mrs. Thomas, number 4. This is the next answer is, what food did Al try to feed Mrs. Thomas in episode number 4? That's me, obviously. There was more than one type of food. Can you remember all of them? I think there were 4 in all. Oh, I don't know. Then, next question on that one is, what is the musical name or the word used to describe volume in music, beginning with D? And what does the word accelerando mean? That's quite a tricky one. Always pause this if you need to and you're writing stuff down. Okay, last 3 questions are on number 5, Tunes with Mrs. Thomas. So if you haven't watched it, watch it again. Here we go. Question number 1. What is the name of the notes that are not coloured in and last for 2 beats? They're behind me. And what is the word used to describe the heartbeat of music, beginning with P? And last one, what did I use to point to the crotchets? Can you remember? Give yourself a clap, Al. Good quiz. Al wrote all those questions. Give a bow. Well done, Al. And he didn't eat the Good. So, if you were just listening along, I wonder how many of those questions you got. If you got confused because I was going blah, 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 really fast, don't worry, you can go back. I didn't really give the numbers very well. Or you can look on the website and under or somewhere in Tunes with Mrs. Thomas, I will put all the questions in a document. Yes? Cool. And Al would love for you to guess his name. Now, I'm going to give you a clue. Al and the other 2 owls that are still at Shelley, they each have a name, obviously. One of them begins with A, one of them begins with R, and one of them begins with T. Okay? And this owl, his name begins with A. So if you want to guess what his name is, then feel free to email into school or your class teachers. Okay? So that was a bit of a different one. We didn't do lots of any singing. In fact, do you know why? Because Al said he didn't want to do any singing. Can you believe it? So we have been practicing the cello, haven't we? Good. So Al's going to play the cello to you next time. And we are going to be doing some singing because it's good for you. Now, and last thing, those of you who learn an instrument, make sure you're practicing it, please. So if you haven't got that instrument out, why not? Even Al's been practicing the cello. Yep. So make sure you get those instruments out, play them, record yourself playing them, send them in. It'd be lovely to hear you all. Okay? Cool. See you on Tuesday for singing and instrument playing. All right? Say goodbye, Al.